women want to greet you as well.
Okay. Anyala.
Yes. Okay. The women that also want to greet you.
Yeah. Anya.
Yes. Okay. Moving to the youth side.
Okay.
Okay. Ibro. Okay. Hi. Yeah. Hey. Okay.
Anya. Fine. By the grace of God, the grassroots will work with everybody.
Okay.
Everybody will work together. The roots will bring us together.
Okay, Peter, I want to talk to you.
Okay.
Peter, Dr. Alpha.
Fine. How are you?
How are you now?
I'm fine.
Are they your village?
Yes, well done. Even the whole world is watching.
Are they your village?
I am showing the whole world the root where we come from.
Yes. I will explain yourself to your people that yes, you are the one with us.
Hey, I am for everybody. There is nowhere we can be left out of what is happening.
Yes,
because it's our time to work together, and I stand for all of you at the grassroots.
The promise has come.
Aya. Thank you very much.
Thank you, bro.
I will be speaking to you people much later. Once I get to where I'm going, but everybody, I am with you, and I am going to support the grassroots people. There is no doubt about it. We have come to stay. Both those in the village, both in the city, I am bringing everybody together, and we'll work to build the grassroots. Celep is our own.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I am going to be attending to other program right now, and after the program, I will come again for you guys. We can continue talking from there.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Have a peaceful day there. Yeah, that is one of the grassroots formation, putting themselves together, advising themselves rightly to ensure that there's peace relatively within the community of our people, and which is one of our major concerns right now. Today is Friday, the last day of the week that we use for Thank God It's Friday and updates of what we are into. I came up early today because we have been in a recession since yesterday. And by the grace of God, the recession is going to end this afternoon. And after that, we will make sure that we don't have any challenges that will not let us to go forward. By the grace of God, the whole world watching me. My name is Engineer Brian Moses Igoche, the last man standing for the grand community, for the ordinary beneficiary, and we'll continue to do what we're doing until we get it right. Once again, all my viewers all over the world, I want to appreciate you guys who have been in the resection since yesterday, and the resection still continue. But the most important thing, after this resection, grassroots leader will be able to touch life and to ensure that whatever God wants to use this platform for will become actualization. I want to congratulate all of us. Some few men are supposed to join us today on this live broadcast from Abuja and Lagos and some part of the country. But because of an urgent meeting schedule, I may not be able to stay long today online, but if there is any further update, I must definitely come to update all of us.
Yes.
This whole people is a community of the grassroots people, and they are working up, putting themselves together. This is the time that we need to promote each other to ensure that we are doing the right thing. Nigeria today needed the people, and we are the people that will make the change of our time. So our route is already on. It's one of our brothers. I can see
This is
JT there.
JT.
I can see him.
He's the Labour
How are
Party
you,
chairman in
JT?
Ike.
Yes, how are you?
I'm cool.
How are you, JT?
Yes, I'm in your community. Follow, I'm in your
Yes, I
village
can
now.
see. Yes, I can see.
We
Everybody,
are canvassing for support.
no problem. The members of the grassroots will always
Yeah,
support
okay.
the grassroots people. The members of the
Yeah.
grassroots are with the grassroots people, not just there, around the whole world. We are to support the people and get it right this time around.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Your name, actually, Obe.
Tebalo, yeah.
Everybody is fine. I asked him to come to the whole world today as a youth. Let him come. Let there be no hidden. Let's be able to see rightly.
Yes.
This time around, we are not going to vote certificate. We are going to vote intelligent people. Opoku remain the most lowest local government in progress in Nigeria. And the simple reason is because we vote certificate, we don't vote people with leadership quality. And now that you people have gotten one, I'm happy for you people who have got appointment. I second all of you.
Thanks so much. We are doing it in the grassroots. We are doing our best to make sure that we deliver Nigeria from this anarchy and chaos. We are putting all our best. Look at your community. Many people just they have a lot of crowd there that are supporters of Labour Party. So, and we are expecting you to relocate to a popular person in your district, in the local government, in Benue at large. So, we are expecting your coming to come and finish the work you started.
I will always do my best.
Kudos to you people up there.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thanks so
I am
much.
going to reach out to you people at all times.
Thanks so much, bro.
Thank you very much for your support. John, may God bless you and bless your family. Keep you guys peace there. Achieve you people. Put your hands together. Coming together. Thank you. Fine. My people from Grassroots, please be pardon with me. These are my community. They have not seen me for a very long time, and somehow they just connected to me. I am very sorry. This instruction is just from me and bringing my community, the youth of my people. The same way I preach the people, the same way I do it in my community. This is a sample of what I am doing, not just outside, but I also do it in my own community. And togetherness is the best thing that we need right now. I have support for everybody, all of you, everybody there. I have support for all of you. Grassroots members are always grassroots all over the world. So this is God. I am mobilized in grassroots community. I'm fine. How are you? Amen. You guys will win. A good leader will come this time around. That's very good. That's very good. Thank you very much. That's right.
All right. Yes, sir. We're having a battery low.
Okay. Right. Thank
you
very much.
Yes, I need to plug the phone. Then
we'll talk again in a short while.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Sorry, Grassroots Bridge Builders International. Pardon me, because if what I am telling you that we are doing is real for grassroots, and I don't have a member in the grassroots, then I am only teaching nothing. If you are in the city and you are not in the relationship with your people, you are not at peace with your people. In any organization you have and you are not at peace with your people, and whatever you manage and you are not at peace with that people, you have a challenge. And one of the challenges is that people that are not at peace with each other, they don't achieve result. The result of that is people continually wallowing in poverty. And how long do we continue to live in this urgent poverty? This is the question. So I am urging everybody to get related to your people. Be at peace with your people all the time. Don't make it look as if because you don't have money, you cannot relate with your people. Money is secondary to relationship. The root where we come from is the root where we must relate to, because without your root, you are nobody. Thank you very much. This afternoon, I am live with everybody, and we are to expect the call from the general public on the feelings on how they want us to react over the issue has been going. Thank you this afternoon. My name again is Engineer Ibrahim Moses Egocha. The number to reach us on this program is 081 399 19234. Those in the open air studio and those in the studio with me, please, you may take your seat and let us go into the real program. God bless us all. Alepiho Fadania. Now I'm going to open the telephone line because we're not going to be very long today because of so many issues at hand and we needed to resolve quickly. I will leave the line on and we will continue the program as we rush into it. So many of us have been expecting to speak with me. I have sent some invitation to few of us, and I think it will be better we share it now and get an update as quick as possible so that we can move into the next level. So we are opening up the telephone line now for us to hear from our brothers as we go into it. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, engineer.
Good afternoon, this afternoon. How are you?
Okay, good afternoon, sir. I'm fine, sir.
God bless you this afternoon.
Hi, Abuja.
I believe Abuja should be fine by now. I am not in Abuja at the moment, but we are getting report from Abuja and I hope they are fine.
Okay. No problem. No problem.
So how are you, sir?
I'm fine. Still Malaki Chimi. I'm calling from Suka, UNN precisely.
Yes, so yes.
Right.
So how's UNN going? How is everything going?
The weather today is calm, like as if summertime is back. Let me put it that way.
Yes.
I think they call it something cinema, what did they even call it?
Yes.
Right?
You are right. The weather has changed everywhere.
Yes. Everywhere is calm, somehow lively. Just normal cashless issue now. That's the only thing disturbing us for now.
The issue of cashless is actually a major issue, but I want to believe that for the government and the leaders to make this decision is up to something, because the people are going through hell, and if there is no vision, I think there won't be such decision. Let us.
Like if you view it from the other way around, is good in changing the naira notes. But just that the whole thing like crash at the same time, no fuel, no cash, everything, hardship, no money. That's just the thing. But I just pray that God will see us through. So, engineer, the reason why I called is to get some things from you. You promised to update us day before yesterday at night. Yesterday night, I also followed you to know how far, but you were unable to touch that area because of complaints and other things.
Minus the complaints. Minus the complaints. Minus the complaints, I didn't speak about it because the people I expect to get the right info from were not really coming up, and I want to assume that maybe the people are comfortable, and that is why there is no complaint as such, because the NGOs who are supposed to be involved, they are the one who are supposed to. But what I want to listen to is not the one they are saying from the side of their bed. I want to listen to the one that somebody will say, this is why I did this, this is why it's like that. So I'm still giving them time. It's comfortable to me as it is right now, because I've not received any complaint from anybody as we speak. The only complaint I'm getting is for people who are on the social media, who are in the public view, who are not the one that are directly involved. So there are two ways in this whole issue.
No, around those that is concerned and those that nothing concerning them will also criticize. So there is no way one will be good for all. That is one thing I do.
I'm happy for this last conclusion. It's not possible. So the view is what we should be acting on right now. And the view seems relatively okay, but even though we just started this program and we give some time to get updates, and that update is what we're saying. Whatever the country director has said, there are reasons why it was said. It is not a decision of the country director alone. That is what I am trying to.
I also believe that he will never just wake up and make such decision.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So for those that are on the social media writing and saying all manners of things, this is the channel to bring it up, and we assume that this is the channel for the ordinary masses, for those who are really need information and would like to get it rightly, and they are here listening and watching with us. So whatever complaint that is not laid to our notice, either through the right channel or through the app or through whatever, it might be seen as non-avoid. It's acceptable by the parties that are involved. So they should stop spoiling and criticizing the name of the principal, because the people are the one who are talking, and they are the one who are hiding their face. A decision was reached by this organization, and they are part of the decision makers. So we're only hearing from our subscribers and our cluster heads, which are not directly involved in this whole thing. So I want to assume that we are fine by now. I don't know what is your take in this little straightforward judgment and not a legal judgment.
Hello?
Yeah, are you with me?
I'm with you, sir.
So that's what I'm saying. I said, based on this judgment, you can see very well that it's not apostle that is the issue. It is still one or members of us that require to understand or ask questions or communicated rightly when the information was given?
Yes, most of the people complaining is not even the NGO owners. But the role that I would have loved you to play, one, is give those NGOs owners instruction never to extort from any cluster head. Never. Because I know some of them will go far to do such. So that is, but on a normal, if anybody is willing to contribute, fine, that is free will donation. But
Okay.
not like by
Now,
force or threatening someone.
Someone asking question now, Oduma Gideon, he's saying, please, what is the sharing formula for cluster under Tubert and sponsors? Please tell us, sir, what we know before 100 million and 50 million. You see, now I am going to bring, you get my point?
Yes.
Now, this is a question, right? Thrown from the, maybe it's a cluster head or a sponsor. Are you with me? Or some way or the other, he might have done something that is in one of this category because it's very specific here, right? Now, this question deserve an answer or not?
If I'm to be honest,
yes.
The question deserves an answer.
Thank you.
It deserves like a complete answer so that the person will know where he or she stands.
Yes. Okay. Now, I am going to call the national coordinator, national ambassador, to give us the I'll ask this question now. Maybe he will be able to throw light. This is why we are different from others. When a question like this is thrown open, what are we supposed to do? Is to make it open and make it known to the general public because he deserves an answer. Someone is saying, what is the sharing formula? That is a straightforward question. That what is the sharing formula? Before it was 100 million and a 50 million. Now he doesn't seem to understand. And I believe so many people, this question is applicable to them too. So based on the recent development, and however, we want to know what is happening. So I'm only going to speak to Reverend Dr. Agbochenu to give us, maybe he will be able to help us out in this development. I'm trying to reach Reverend Dr. Agbochenu to give us a support on this very question. But for you, Gideon Oduma, we are going to come back to this, your question, and it's interesting that we know your question. But however, I am not going to relent my effort on finding out this and report to you, the public that requires to know. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Hola, my brother. How are you? Good morning. Amen. And you too. Amen. Yes. This yesterday I'm going to do it for you. Okay. There is something that we need to do now, and I'm getting information from our very senior citizens and some of the people that are interested in touching more lives than even what we are trying to do. So we have been advised to raise up an appeal form for a channel where what you need can be sent to us through that email. However, we can now look at it critically, address it, and see the priority than calling online and making the problem known to the public. It's not really encouraging. So we agree with them that I am going to share an email address, the official email address of the company that is private, and whatever information put there will be treated as confidential. So, like we're saying now, the issue, the needs, and where to help you and everything will be put on that email, and a letter will be drafted so that people who are behind the board can look at it, because what I am doing here, I feel we should do more. And also not to expose people's problem on air, because you don't know who is even really your enemy. You understand? Out of we are talking freely from our mind. We are saying, oh, this is a channel where I can express my feeling. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But someone who is sitting down, looking at you, seeing how one day he will find a failure about you, will not know that it is just out of that passionate of what your brother is doing, he want to request for something. He will only be saying, nah, can he move forward now? Look at it now, he's begging in the public domain. We are trying to see how we can protect ourselves, our integrity. Asking for assistance is not a bad thing. But the enemy and the people who doesn't want us to go forward, and you might not even know them.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
So I am going to display the info at grassrootsbridgebuilder.org is the email address, and I'm going to display it right now on the board for anybody to share that page for any complaint you want, whatever you want to bring on board for us to know. Just put it in that email about the details and everything. It will give us more opportunity to talk with you, to discuss with you more. Mm. Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters. I'm going to display it now. I lost my phone, so I did a welcome pack. So most of the numbers that are here are new to me. Some of these numbers we don't just pick anyhow call. That's why some people say I'm missing their calls and they are not happy. I'm sorry about that. Some people will just call us, hide their number just to insult us. So we'll just call you anytime. So we try as much as possible to prevent having issue with the public. By His grace, we will not have any problem with any of you at all. Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters, and let's give opportunity to more people to speak to us. So, my brothers and sisters, those of you calling and making requests, just send an SMS and details to Reverend Dr. Abochenu. And I've also sent to Newman to come online and maybe help us out in some of those questions that are supposed to be addressed by the NGO partners. It's yet to come online, but it's going to be live soon with us. I just sent him an invitation now. So, Mr. Oduma, just be patient with us. You will get your answer correctly in a moment from now. Hello. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Okay, you know, it's a hotline, so calls are coming in every second. How are you today, sir? Oh, okay. But you are live with me on air, and the whole world is listening to me and you. That's very good. So, where are you calling me from right now? Okay, Suka. That one, na Benue you dey na. I say, Suka, that one na Benue you dey. You're my brother. How are you? How is you in there? Yes, the weather is actually bad everywhere today. And I'm sure in the next 2 months, we are going to be approaching the wet season. Yes, or less than a month, we are going to be approaching the wet season by His grace. Yes, somebody sent an SMS. What's his name? Yes, Odoma Gideon sent an SMS that the former sharing formula was 100 million and 50 million. And he wanted to know if the formula has changed or so. But I was trying to bring Reverend Dr. I was trying to bring Reverend Dr. Agbochenu on the line to speak with them on that sharing formula, because I think him and Newman should have the current sharing formula if there is any change from the previous one, which I'm yet to have any information on that. So once Agbochenu come online right now, we are going to be hearing from them as soon as possible. Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. So stay tuned online while we bring Agbochenu and Newman online. I'm going to call them right now. All right, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. We are not going to be long today. We just to give an update on this issue. Since we are not receiving much complaint, that shows that the decision in partnership and is in order with Theobat Global Foundation. And the complaint on the social media and also on some of the other media devices will not be attended to, since it is not made known to the public. Yes. That's why I keep telling them to stop listening to social media broadcasts. Sometimes it is not real. We will not be carried away with what is on social media, but we should be able to give ourselves a relatively break so that we can get the right information. And so far, information reaching me is not showing that there is a challenge on that aspect for now. Thank you very much for always being with us. We will update you once we notice any change or any complaint coming from the general public regarding that's your question. So those of you watching me on the social media, we are here this Friday, the last working day of the week, and we are expecting update from our relatively NGO partners. So we're still expecting to give us a brief and explain to us some of the questions that our brothers are just asking us. Yeah, I'm seeing you, my brother Bright Augustine. Thank you very much for always being there and continue to give us this support that we're getting. This is the channel where Nigerians can work with us, can also give us information if need arise. We will not hesitate and we will not relent our effort until we get what we were supposed to get. So the number to reach us on this program right now is 081 399 is the number to reach us as we go properly into the program. Like I said, today we are not going to be very long on this program because what we needed is just an update for today. And the people who had laid complaints from yesterday are still expecting to get feedback from our fellow NGO members. And as it is right now, we are only going to see what we can do within the next 30 minutes of this program. Then I'll be able to call on the country director if he's going to give us any brief, or we are going to pen it till Monday as we will go into the program. Mr. Douglas Nomi, your question is very clear. We will be getting an answer for it today. We have been promised, and I believe we are not out of point right now for demanding for what you're saying. So we will wait for the right office to give us that answer in a very short while. I got a call from Dr. Bode David. Let me call him now and speak with him. Maybe he has some information to tell us. Good afternoon, all of you watching me live. Thank you very much, Ugochukwu, my brother. We will continue to do what we're doing until we get it right, because people are eager to know what is happening. Today is Friday, and the only week before the election is this week that we're in right now. Please, for those of you that wanted to send your complaint or some few things you want us to know, this is the email address to send it to, info@grassrootsbridgebuilders.com. This email is for grassroots and for grassroots people. Please, whatever you want to tell us, those who are seeking for assistance, instead of making it very publicly, get it drafted and put your details and how to reach you so that we can begin to treat your case off air. We don't want what we're doing for people to be in the public domain anymore. Whatever God can do for us is not supposed to be known by the public. Sorry if this decision I'm taking changes or affect anybody by any way. Please do forgive us. We are doing this to protect you, your image, integrity in the community of our today. It's not like before anymore. Thank you very much. One of our sister from Mina, Kemi Ayodeji. Good morning, sir, Engineer Brian. I'm still expecting your promise, and Oluwa Kemi from Mina. Thank you very much. Oluwa Kemi, you have the instructions, the info is there. We will do that now privately and get your problem resolved. But please, if you can help, do us an email or just write it in the word in the word sheet, sign, and just scan to that email. We will handle it as private as possible, just to keep our integrity going. Good afternoon, my dear brother Peter Bosuya. Bosuya. Good morning, afternoon, Engineer Ibrahim. I'm always enjoying you, and it's only God can reward you for good mind you have for the people and the masses. Kudos to you, sir. My regard to Apostle Theophilus. And now Apostle is watching this program from maybe a remote location. It shows that it's connected to us already, and people are appreciating him and bringing himself up together with the NGO owners to put things right by this very critical period is what I strongly believe, and I appreciate him for coming up openly this very moment and making it known to us that he is not the one holding disbursement, that the NGO owners are to put themselves together. And they have had a meeting, and the meeting was successful, so long as I'm concerned, and the general public is concerned. So no issue, we should be hoping God is going to see us through. I commend all of you coming this long way, believing that every time we have to get angry to live what we're laboring for is not going to be in this very one. May God give you that strength to remain focused, remain committed, and see how fast God will see us in this struggle. Some people are sending me SMSs, and we are going to be going through your SMSs while the name is going. Still on air, I might not be able to take your call. Yes, our sister patient Queen, thank you very much. We want to check if my NGO is registered with Theobald, and I am a cluster head. My name is Agu Victoria Nkiruka. My NGO is Ajaxin. I don't know the kind of registration you are talking about. Please, all over the viewers all over the world, as we're discussing this comment, it's part of the things that you people need to listen to. And if your question fall within the range of this comment that is coming in, I just give time today to look at the comments that are coming from people, and that they are coming from the NGOs. So we know where the problem lies, and we know the directions to go, because the comments are the life and the light of the minds of the people, those who are in the ground community, those who are watching the program, those who are already thinking, this is where I am supposed to be. So because they couldn't reach us, the comment is the only way we can assess them and also assume their position. So please, some of the comments that are coming in, I am going to be reading it out to the public, and even the ones that they can read themselves, so that if any caller will have opportunity to throw light on it, you are just free to do so, and we will address it together. Let nobody be angry, no hate speech, no insult, please. Let us say it the way we want the public to see it and address it like responsible people. I am appealing to all of you on this very particular moment to work on this direction. So, thank you very much, my sister Deborah. I'm happy for you to understand what we go through and what we're supposed to do. May God continue to give you that understanding and also an understandable husband for you. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, this afternoon to you, this very Friday as well.
I'm very happy to meet you, sir. Long time I've been trying to meet you, sir.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm calling from Benin. My name is Francis Idowu.
Wow, how's it been in this afternoon?
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. So make I hear from you. Waiting be the thing where they worry you for mine, where you want us, make we know.
Yes, sir. Waiting they worry me for mine is this number of NGO when they want disbursed to. We don't know whether all the NGO when pay the 500,000 and they want pay to. I've been now. They see cut from inside. They not go disburse with the rest. Now waiting they worry me for mine without, sir.
Okay. As it be so now, this is your own question. I go fit answer them. No be all the NGO will pay the 500,000, but no be all the NGO because the number of NGO where they won't pay now, they be like almost 800 and something NGO according to the plan. Say if they give 20 NGO to people to pay to, and with the number of the NGO where they don't legalize already, it go reach say they go around. But the 120 NGO where they talk before, it don't pass them already.
Okay, they will pay even above the 120 NGO.
It don't pass them already. If by the projection where them they do so, it don't pass them. But the 500 NGO will pay 500. That one, the NGO will pay 500,000. As I don't know the amount of NGO will pay that money, I know if it tell you say now all the NGO will pay 500,000 and they go pay them. But if Agbochenu or Newman or any of them, even Organ itself, if you come online, I go take idea, ask them the question, maybe if it tell us so that maybe our mind will come down. But right now, so as it be so, now some NGO selected, make that NGO pay to some people, but the payment now mass disbursement, they call them.
Yes, sir. But if here we don't know whether our NGO will sit there inside because our NGO they are among people where paid the 100,000.
Okay. That one, so where you they talk, so that one qualify you very well to know, say your NGO they registered with Choba Global Foundation because you paid the 500,000.
Because they call us that time with okay, sir. I'm happy. Say our NGO will fit there inside. Sir, it will make I get your private number, sir. If they ask your question, because me not get anybody where they ask questions, sir.
Okay. This as you they ask me, so now it stay good pass because some people when they ask you for private question, they go talk another thing for outside. I know say this social media where we did, they very easy make people they say something wrong about you because you cannot be everybody's friend. Now it makes some people they say we know they do this one, we know they do not be so. Me as a day like this, so God in heaven where will they worship? If I get opportunity, say today, make them pay that money, make me I die tomorrow. I go sign them before God and man. Because waiting people they go through, no be small thing.
As I listen to you from this YouTube, I know the kind of person where you be. The kind heart when God give you, and I'm not sure say many people get that kind heart.
Thank you very much. Now, since we call them, some people say,
your number, sir.
Okay, the number where you go call now, I go send them to you by SMS now for this your phone.
Okay, through this my number.
This sir. Your number, so that me and you go they talk one-on-one, and you self go stand well as ambassador for anywhere where you did too.
Yes, sir. But my WhatsApp number, I think I give my WhatsApp number.
Okay, give me your WhatsApp number.
081.
Okay, wait, make I write them for them. Oh. 081
25
25
81
81
54
54
58.
58.
Your own, sir.
Okay, I go call you now with my own. Because if I call my own, na public domain with this, so I no go sleep again till tomorrow.
So, sir, thank you very much, sir.
God bless you. You go get am now. So
God bless you, sir.
God bless you. Alekwi Hofadania.
I'll beg my regards to our principal.
They will hear and they watch the program.
May God continue to protect his family.
Amen. Good afternoon. This very afternoon, my own brother, where they call. How you did today, man?
I'm very fine, thank you.
How's everybody around you?
Everybody in Abeokuta is fine now.
The Rock City.
Abeokuta is very cold today. We heard there will be cold till March. So we woke up this morning only to see that everywhere is cold.
That means the forecast is working rightly.
We are enjoying it. No money, but at least we are enjoying the weather. Nobody will know you are fasting. As a result of the lack of cash.
That is true. But the problem is, say, when cold day like this, and people their house, they enjoy the cold. 9 months is the problem. Oh.
No money to chop. If you now when you chop now, that's where body to rise up. If you have body to rise up.
This one no chop. Oh. So now it don't say now people where they inside now then go know and pass.
Engineer Ibrahim on the more serious note. What you people go do for us? And then we pray, we don't pray, we are still praying. God will help you and the country director and everybody involved in the disbursement to help us make our body full.
Because if you they watch me now,
yes.
When we start this program, now update. Now we're supposed to do now.
Anyway, I joined very late.
Okay.
I was just trying to call you to talk to you.
Yeah.
You don't know me now, your normal friend, President Zepi.
I know for Abeokuta, the Rock City now.
You don't hear my voice.
Yes. So I can't say, because there has been a lot of complaint after the meeting. Now we don't talk to people, we don't ask questions. Now the cluster health and the NGO that they ask say the money, the this. Now I tell them, say, this one so. Now why Oga call everybody? But the only people now we're supposed to communicate to the ordinary people, the cluster head and the beneficiary, now them be the NGO where they select. Because they don't expect apostle, make it come they talk to NGOs, come they talk to cluster head, come they talk to beneficiary. And now,
and people are not happy with the new sharing formula. People are not happy at all.
Okay, the same people were not they happy. Now the people now him would they talk to so say the reason why they know they happy. Some of them don't write down for paper, don't send them, so they complain. Now we say, okay, make we sit down, look into the matter. The area where you need to put and clear to somebody, make you put and clear so that the person mind go home, come rest. So this one now be the thing where the NGO supposed to come they tell us, say, okay, see you, my people, see you. Even if they not tell us for air, they go tell our people. Now our people, they say they know they hear anything from them.
We are not hearing anything. Nobody they hear anything from them. You call them day before yesterday now. None of them come on here to talk. We're all quiet now.
Yeah, so as it be now, we still can say to no problem. Say now be say waiting all of us agree together. Wait then they do so now waiting do work better for us. But make them no use this one. They spoil the man where they try to do good work, because if somebody they try to do good work where you know they happy with them, you go lay your complaint. Then we people will come put hand, come talk to them.
God will help them.
God will help all of us, my
We're
sister.
expecting Baba Fortune to come back.
Yes, Baba Agbochenu is going to come back. I did try reach him now too, but waiting. I don't know how this whole thing can be like this way. With the number.
Maybe he never ready, or maybe it's the network.
I dey feel so, but if in they watch this program, in go come to us very soon. I know I'm in not the waste time at all.
Baba Fortune, whether program day or program no day, go still come on.
In not the waste time.
To address us.
Na person where I dey believe in judgment because he dey always like to come talk to us. Now, those of you where they watch me for social media, please send hi to me on 081 399 19234 so that I go first send you link, make you be part of the program. As I know get your number. Yes, my dear.
Another thing is that we don't register for Grassroots bridge builder.
Yes.
We have been talking to Ambassador Rita. So how do we get our personal ID?
Okay, now me go answer that question.
There is nowhere it is indicated that this is where you get your ID.
No, they never open the portal. That's why I tell them say make him tell una say.
You should have just written it.
No problem. Him go put them for the platform.
Everybody has been asking. Where do we get this? Where do we get that?
But I told them last week, because maybe you know watch that program. I told them on air last week as we did on air like this. So say once we open that portal, we go download the Grassroots ID where they there. Where just the register. But those people where don't deal with us before, they hear about where register when we start Theobat as a consultant immediately. Those people, now me know them, she no know them. And the people will register them that time because they do them so randomly. All of them, they won't come become beneficiary for Theobat. So they were just registering themselves to enter the name. But as a beast.
How do we do it to be a beneficiary of Theobat? As a member of a Grassroots breeder?
No, the membership now just 5,000 where then they pay to their account. The one where you pay that time now for ambassador for Theobat, now you pay for no be so. But if you don't pay for Grassroots, you don't need to pay again.
I don't pay.
Okay, then you don't need to pay again.
I did for myself and my daughter.
Okay, very good. You don't need to pay again. Now, what you need to do now be say, as soon as we open the portal, that card where we've been give you that time, say now we do that time now fill one form. You fill form, maybe?
No, I just paid last week. This week.
You just pay now. No be you never pay. Now just now you pay. I'm talking people who pay last year for Theobat Global Foundation as ambassador.
I just paid.
Okay. No problem.
Because you said that once you pay that 5K for Grassroots, you automatically
a beneficiary because 1,000 persons become a cluster. So once we raise 1,000 persons, automatically I have slotted the person as a beneficiary. So if Theobat is paying,
how do we supply our
information, right? No problem. On that your same portal, when you go open, so your ID where you put that information where you fill all your information there. No, there are some little plugins where they do. So now maybe give opportunity to other people where they call us to make them join the program. Thank you very much. We go feel gist after the program again. Hello. Alekwe Hofadania. How are you, sir? How is the family? Waiting be your name and where you they join us from for this program. How is Kogi State today? We bless God Almighty.
especially you, especially the country director, for this good opportunity God has been using him to do in the life of some Nigerians, and even the present one that about 50 million Nigerians are expecting from him. We believe by the grace of God, the mandate that God has given to him, he will do the grace of God.
Amen.
I also want to appreciate you too, because you really stand by him. I appreciate God in the life of Reverend Agocheno, the elder statesman. I also appreciate God for the new man. You people really stood by him to ensure that this mandate is delivered to 50 million Nigerians. And I'm very sure and I believe that by the grace of God, no matter how devil tried, his plan will never work. And this grant will surely come by the grace of God.
Amen.
Sir, I believe our country director will be hearing me as I want to make this suggestion.
Okay.
Although you should not look at maybe I'm just an ordinary person, I may not be able to, but you should just take it, because at times truth is very bitter.
Yes.
But let me tell you, sir, you see, to have a collective result at times, it sometimes proves difficult.
Yes.
Are you getting me, sir? So now, if you look at since the time this grant disbursement has been dragging,
yes,
if because of God that some of us were just taking it that okay, we just have that belief that this man is the owner of this mandate, unlike all this UAG coming to cause confusion. Trying to make sure the disbursement did not take place in time. If not because of them, I believe if all of them come together, all the grant handlers and the NGOs, the owners and all of them, they come together. When there is unity, I believe by now we must have achieved a
100%.
better and good result. Are you getting me, sir?
100%.
So now, it's unfortunate that the country director, like he said, and what our elder statesman said then, that he did not know how to go about this grant, because experience is the best teacher. You understand?
Yes. So
because he didn't have the experience, he's doing it for the first time. And I look at the way he's doing it. He's doing it in such a way that the man is for ordinary Nigerian. He doesn't want all these people call themselves UAG, because I heard sometimes ago that they wanted to pay their subscriber 1 million. Now, how do they want to do it? No office. Are they spirit? I don't really understand. How do they want to do it? Maybe after collecting 1.8 from Theophilus, our country director, they will now go and start paying 1 million to their. Are you getting me, sir? He has been trying, but the thing, even Jesus Christ, the 12 disciples, we still have some of them that betrayed him. Especially the Judas Iscariot. Look at Peter, he denied him. So many people among the NGOs, you can't have an 100% cooperation from them. What am I trying to say is that if our country director said he want to have a mass disbursement, yes, sir, he may not be able to achieve this. I'm sorry to say this.
He may not be able, and this thing will continue to drag to infinity. I'm telling you, because if you look at the other camp, you were trying to, to merge together with the camp of our country director, the other camp. If you see the kind of what they are posting on the social medias, that they wanted to go to court, they wanted to do this. Yes, sir. There is no how we will not be hearing all those things in order for us to be able to, to put something through. When we hear from this, we hear from this. Though we may not believe them, but at times when they talk, there are some truths that are coming out. Do you get me? Right. There was a time our country director did not even. He doesn't give He doesn't give us proper information as to regards to what really happened. If not because he now sees the importance of giving this information. People didn't even know what is happening then. It was when he now brought you into sin that we were able to get some information as to regards to what exactly that is happening. As to regards to people now see it as so this is exactly what is happening. We now see the true picture. Now, what am I saying? Now that this mass disbursement, it will cause a lot of problems. Why am I suggesting this? I want to beg the country director, if really he has the hearts of all Nigerians in his mind, that he should please disburse this money before election or by February ending, if possible. And how can he achieve that? Yes, a 30 modern NGO has been selected, and he came on board that with what he is saying, they have been receiving acknowledgement. That is to say, they have been able to do their documentation. Why can't he just use this as a litmus test? Disburse to these NGOs the money they ask other NGOs to pay when they should go and do their documentation with all with the mother NGO they were selected under. They should go on how to go and do this. They will rush there immediately. They see something has happened, because now people they pay 500,000 the other time. They were complaining. Considering the situation of the country presently, it is not easy to get that money now. This is just a candid advice. I want to advise the country director to do the needful, as is ready to do the needful. He should not say until all of them contribute this money. Yes, sir. To get that result will be too. It's not going to be easy. I'm telling you the reality. It is not going to be easy to bring all of them together like that. So how do you intend to do that when some of these wanted to pay are castigating you, and you think they will want to bring? Look at what that guy who started that was saying. That they should not pay. If people should not pay this thing and that, and you think. Let me tell you, sir, it is not easy, because this thing has been delayed, and for our country director, to get his name back, because these people have dragged that name to the moon. For him to get that name back, let him do the needful. Disburse to this 30 modern NGO. I believe Ria Foundation is one of them. Yes. Although I am not a member of Ria Foundation, I am not, but I do follow up everything. Even to the last program you did yesterday, I wanted to make a call, but I decided to wait. I decided to wait till today to bring this suggestion, because that yesterday was just about people that have whatever issue they should come up. But today we are talking about
this is a very meaningful contribution you have just made, my brother. These are the kind of contribution that people around the world want to listen to, because we are discussing the way forward. You are making a suggestion that the only way for us to regain and retain our image integrity for those who believed, who trusted, who have been out there for us, is just for them to do the payment.
To do it. You should not wait until all of them comes together or pay the 250,000 or do the proper documentation. He will not get it. It's going to be, they will drag this thing again till this year end. Nothing will come out.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Sorry, my brother. There are some people that want to join us in this conversation that you because they're also listening around the world. They are sending comments. Please, if you want to send hi to me, send it on the WhatsApp line 081-399-1924. That's to indicate that you want to come live, and I will send you the link, not on Facebook and not on YouTube.
Engineer Moses, you know what?
Yes.
I want to play the principle of anonymity here. I want my voice to be heard, but they should not see me.
Oh, no, not you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to someone who is on the not about you. No. We are not here to announce anybody or to bring anybody out, right? But we are here to, like you are speaking to me now. Some people want people to see their face. Everybody is seeing my face because I am standing for everybody.
Of course.
And there's nothing for me to hide. So many things, so many informations that are on the media, most times they are not even real, even from the source. Some of them are not real. But this is the only media where we can filter, we can deduce, and then we can trash.
We really appreciate God. We appreciate our country director. He has been standing in the gap for ordinary people, ordinary citizens. Even you, Newman, our elder statesman, Reverend Agocheno, you people have been trying. I really commend you people.
Thank you very much, sir.
God will continue to elevate you people.
Okay, look at somebody here. One Premier Wilson is saying 250K will kill your Oga Theophilus in Jesus' name. Amen. These are not the kind of contribution that we are looking for. This is bad. Antagonizing. This is like, you can come up with, okay, why are they saying they should pay the 250,000?
You imagine that.
You understand? You can say, I am not happy with this situation. I need to know. You must not express your grievances by an insultive word or trying to curse yourself or give yourself a bad name while you are not.
Giving a negative criticism. You can imagine that.
So most of the people reacting on social media here, some of them are very nice and humble people. Most of them come from reputable homes. Most of them are wonderful people.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, sir.
I am not an NGO. I am not a cluster, because when all these things started, I was not aware. I'm just an ordinary subscriber who is expecting just 1.8 million. I say just, but I really appreciate God for that. But notwithstanding, this man really tried. We should praise him. Do you know, if this thing commence, if these disbursements commence today, you know how many billionaires that will be born into this country? I really appreciate the government policy of this Naira redesign and the cashless policies they are going to, because if they pay this money, you know the number of people that will be rushing to bank wanted to withdraw cash. And you know too much cash or money into circulation will bring inflation. So they are doing everything to ensure that everything is perfectly done. I really understand. Some people may not reason to this level, because it is not going to, when there is a cashless policy and this disbursement take place, definitely, you know, people can transfer. It's still going to be within the banking system, rather than withdrawing the money and go and keep in their house. You understand? It is a good thing. I understand where the country director is going, and I understand. I know it. Some people were just shouting out there, and they should disburse. Do they think it's easy? It is only when they are in that position, it is then they will know what is happening. I must tell you, this is the perspective. This is from the perspective from which me I'm looking at it.
Which is okay.
Yes, sir. So I'm saying it that if let Oga just flash this thing. These people, all these other out there criticizing negatively, I bet you by the grace of God, they will rush. They will come. When they see that our boss have done something on ground, something reality has happened. Yes, sir. We don't need to tell anybody. They will surely come. What are we talking about? But now you were saying you want to do a mass disbursement and you want everybody. Yes, sir. This is another way of prolonging this issue. Oga should please drop that idea. if possible, that 30 modern NGOs should be used as a litmus test. Let them disburse to them their own grants, and let those 30 NGOs to their cluster heads, and their cluster heads to disburse. Do something like you normally said before the Christmas, that either wrong or good, we just have to do something. Yes, sir. Where is that word? Do something. Let you people sit down with him and let him see reason. Let him see reason. Let him see reason. He should be flexible in times. I mean, in terms of taking decision, he should be flexible. He should not be too rigid.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
No.
It is very important. I just decided to wait till today to make this contribution, because that thing pains my heart when they are talking to him. If somebody talking to him the way he was talking to an apostle, with somebody that God has anointed. Yes, sir. There is a difference between this thing and the spiritual level. They should be careful the way they talk to this man. And in order for him But when he came on board, except this Lady Rita from Lagos, our ambassador from Lagos, she came on board, but she could not say it clearly the way we wanted. But I was expecting the country director to say something, something tangible. But it was like defending the modern NGO that they personally own their phone, but they may like to answer and they may not like. No, that is not an update. If I subscribe to you as an NGO, and the only means I can reach you, it is through that your phone number, except you have an official phone number which you use in dealing with people.
My brother, please, sorry. Let me take 1 minute of your time and let me introduce Pastor James from Port Harcourt. Is live with us on air, and I believe is listening to this conversation. These are the kind of conversation that I want the public to embark and engage on, because we are the only means that the public needed to get the right information from. Now, two of your requests is that the country director should derive a means of communicating to the people properly, isn't it?
He should be doing that. That is exactly what I want.
Okay. Number 3 is that everybody that is representing the country director should be able to communicate rightly to the people and their members who subscribe to them.
Exactly, because that is the only thing that can give a positive result about all this, what we are looking for.
Okay, now let me also ask this question, because I have our Reverend with us, and he's going to be also advising us and also advising the public too any moment from now. The NGOs that have subscribed to Theobald Global Foundation, one of their assignment as an NGO that is mobilizing people for the country director is to hold the human that subscribe to them in the high esteem.
Okay.
Now that it's like this, I want to believe that anybody watching this program this morning should know that we are actually trying to find a channel where we can report rightly and people will be at peace and stop the insult that is going on the social media.
Of course, sir. Of course. You know what, sir?
Thank you.
That is the only way. If they are hiding their face, maybe they are afraid to come and say that kind of 250 when after having a meeting with the country director. Now they need to come out and tell us. I don't know what really transpired. Maybe they said they should not talk. I don't know. But I believe country director, in his own capacity, never tell them not to talk to the public. He can only give them guide. I mean, they can only guide them, tell them to be very careful of whatever they say to the public. But that shouldn't mean that they should not tell us exactly what. I mean, they should not give us a report of the meeting they had. That is what everybody is expecting from them. But at the end of the day, contractor came up and he said, "Well, look at me. Oh, you see me. I did not run away from it." Is that an update? No. We should be see. Yes, I want to say the reality. I really appreciate our country that he's a good man, but he should try. He should try. Because our boss is too quiet.
Hello. Oh, sorry, we lost this call. The very meaningful contribution coming from our own brother, advising the country director on his approach to addressing the public, and most time those who stand for him in the public domain and some other strategic areas in terms of reporting issue rightly to him. The program is still ongoing. We are receiving the complaint from the people and we are relating rightly to the right offices to ensure that these things are not a reputation and putting the subscribers and members of Theobald Global Foundation, those who believes in this grant, in a confusion state where they could not find whether they are in the right office or they are in the wrong office. We need to guide against this and we need to watch against this. It's very important. The info at grassrootsbridgebuilders.org is our official email address where you can send your request, send whatever that is the issue to that platform, instead of coming on the public media to make a request or appeal for funds. We want to protect all of us that needed assistance from any of us. We will be giving time. I just got feedback now from our own ambassador, national ambassador Newman. He said he is going to come on air right now. And we are waiting for him to do that so that Nigerians who are online waiting for him can also have okay, I'm hearing you, Apostle James. Come online. Let me brief you of what we are saying. Okay, afternoon to you again, brothers and sisters who are watching the program on my social media handle. This is updates this afternoon from Theobald Global Foundation. We are getting more response from the beneficiaries and the cluster heads other than the NGOs who were initially complaining of the requirement put ahead of them. This is to update the entire world and the entire public that the complaint led by the NGO owners has since been agreed, and there's relatively peace right now. No complaint. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, this afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
God bless you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Amen, and God bless you too.
Alepi Hofa Daniel.
Yes, so Ibrahim, how you doing now?
Ibrahim is happy this afternoon because you are with me and I am talking with you. It gives me the joy.
I'm so happy to hear your voice this afternoon.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm very, very glad.
So on this issue, where with the Chuk matter, the talk and since maybe they watch the program, they said complaints where NGOs they make them pay 250,000 and they are this, they are that. So we can't sit down on top of the matter, can't look and say, okay, if you get complaint, why you get this complaint, make we see them so that as we approach our country director, we go to tell them the complaint where people they talk. And where complaint they come, now there with the channel answer they go. The complaint where we get now from cluster head and beneficiary. The NGOs where they involve initially where they complain, it be like say they don't agree together and peace don't they now because no complaint, no raising of dust from any NGO as at yesterday and today. We are still on the program.
Okay. Ibrahim, yesterday we were talking, I called you last night.
Okay.
And I gave you my account number. I say you would do so. I didn't get anything. I was checking on my phone through.
We the ones I collected from you people from yesterday and day before yesterday, we have stopped giving money publicly to anybody. That complaint comes to me yesterday. He came this morning that we should drop an email address, not for you that have sent your account number already. You will get something. But for any other person that want to request for anything, we want to protect the integrity and the people entirely. So you will send it in details to us, what you need us to do for us and what you need us to do for you, so that we will put the email address. We don't know who is our enemy and we don't know who wants us. So we just use this opportunity with the professional advice from some of our organs where they say, okay, make we get the complaint so that we could document them, know the person, know where it comes from, know everything. Then it will help us can't do more for the person instead of the small one where we did do.
Okay.
So don't worry, I am aware and I'm going to reach out to all of you that have collected details from. Thank you very much this afternoon. How are your family and everybody?
Right, they're fine now. You know, now yesterday I said
I cry for the naira, but naira will come now for our own good.
I'm with the team now.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ibrahim.
Afternoon to you, plenty. This one, Ekujo Merio.
How is family?
Family is good, and yours too.
They are fine. I want to quickly ask something. I observed something.
Okay.
I didn't see Tioba Global Foundation logo in this program. What's happened? I'm seeing Grassroots there.
Now Grassroots bridge builder. Now the channel. If I dey Abuja, now him at the day inside studio where would they run from. This one now Grassroots channel where I they use every 2 hours, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday to add them to the program where I did to update on Tioba Global Foundation. Now waiting course and be that. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
It be like say internet. They try to tell you say make you go visit MTN router. Make we see.
No.
So that's why if I am on transit like this, if I am on transit, that is what always happens.
Okay, because I observe it and a lot of people call my attention to it that is the studio not meant for Tioba Global Foundation.
The studio
that is why.
Make I even correct you.
Because I was see because no because I expect to see Tioba Global Foundation logo in the program. That is why I was, and a lot of people have called me to ask questions about it, and I said whenever I come online, I will ask question about it.
Yes, it's very good you asked this question because many people also call me to ask similar question. But I told them the same thing I just told you. I am the consultant that is standing for Tioba Global Foundation and standing with the other beneficiary. The studio is in Abuja. The activities that I engage on right now involve me moving from place to place. And we can't carry the studio on our head, so we have to run on our grassroots channels to update Nigerians on the development. But it is still Tiobat update for Friday, 16th of February 2023. So now, thank God that you came online this afternoon. You are one of the very senior persons and a strong ambassador who stand for Tiobat Global Foundation over the years. And you are seeing everything that's going on. There have been a lot of chaos, noise on the social media that people are not happy. We came up and we tried to address the issue. And we are seeing that sometimes people come up with something they don't have any backing on. And I want to believe that the decision of Tioba Global Foundation is not just a one-man decision, it is a uniform decision by the NGO selected. So on this regard, what is your take, sir?
Which particular subject?
The subject of paying 250,000 for the sub NGO that are going to be disbursed to.
I've consulted the country director over it, and he has explained to me, which is the reason for it is best known to the organization. And as you can see, when you are doing something, there's a lot of how will I put it? If they say something is free, it's not everything that is free.
Yes.
Some particular people are still going to pay for it. It may not be everybody. Like you can't ask beneficiary to come and pay for something now, because what they are getting is not up to what the NGO is getting. What NGO is getting is not up to what cluster head is getting. What cluster head is getting is not up to what how will I put it? Okay, let me start from it. What beneficiary is going to get is not up to what.
If you can hear me, Stone Baba, your mic is muted. So maybe by the time you're trying to touch your phone, you have muted your mic. So you need to check the settings of your microphone so that we can hear you properly. Right now, we're not hearing you very properly. That's our Lagos, our very senior ambassador in Toba Global Foundation, Stone Baba, is trying to explain to us reasons why these things are like that and the requirement that was requested by the country director before the line went off. Once he comes on air now, we are going to bring him back and he's going to be talking to us and explaining to Nigerians on the reasons for that and why we will not have to be panicking. Good afternoon this afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Please talk to us. There are so many people online, please.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, you are, sir. God bless you, sir.
God bless you too.
Amen, sir. Sir, I'm still on my complaint, sir. It's me that complain about my children, sir. I've not seen any food to the
Yes,
sir.
Now let me tell you, there's something that just came up and I need to let you know. For that one, you are already having it already. But if you want to do any other complaint or any other person, there is a channel to raise a complaint now. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
We don't want to make it a public thing for people to know who is asking for something or who requires assistance from us. So we have an email address called info@grassrootsbuilder.com. Those who needed any assistance, you go there, you send an appeal officially to us. You can write it, they can scan it to that email for you. For further information, we will not be attending to people on air by exposing their challenges to the general public anymore. So take note of that, but for this one that you're saying is not an issue. It will be attended to. Okay? Hello, good afternoon this afternoon. Afternoon, your name and where are you calling me from? You are live with me on air.
Yes, I'm calling you for number.
How is Ibadan this afternoon?
Yeah, we're good. Everything is moving fine.
Thank you very much for giving us this update. Are you watching us live?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, what is your contribution to this very issue that we are discussing right now this afternoon?
Yes, I don't, a lot of us don't understand what is going on. The logistic and some other things that are involved before this thing came out, because we only hear the end result and things like that. But
okay. Which one did you not understand so that I can help?
Yes, I guess from now we're told that some NGOs are meant to pay 250,000 naira, of which
Okay, I'm here now.
Yes.
Hello.
They're saying that.
Hello, engineer.
Yes, hold on to this conversation. Listen to this conversation.
Okay.
NGOs are asking their sponsors and cluster heads to pay 2,500 naira for this. And we don't know how many clusters. Even if I'm not against that, they shouldn't contribute. Even if it is 20 naira or 50 naira, if they contributed that, I think it should be enough. But asking them to pay another 2,500 naira, 1,000 naira, it's going to be giving, one would be suspecting something. It's going to bring in suspicion that what they did. Am I supposed to, after contributing to some took money from their clusters when they were asked to pay 500,000 naira. The issue of this thing every other thing came. Now they are asked to pay some other money again. A lot of people will be suspecting that what they gave God. When we thought that
Very good.
Well,
This is
well,
why we open up this channel this afternoon, because since the broadcast of Reverend Dr. Agbocheno, there have been a lot of controversies on air, people complaining, and people said all manners of things, and we wanted to know why is the complaint, what is the issue, what is supposed to be the solution, how can we come out of this, will this affect disbursement or how? And we are finding out that the NGOs that are involved in the disbursement plan, and they are supposed to be the one to raise this complaint, and not the beneficiaries and not the cluster heads. And they are not raising the complaint, but rather go to a social media or a group where people will not listen to them and their voice cannot be heard, and be saying something about the country director. So that was a conversation between me and our own person, Stone Baba from Lagos, before your call came in. So
yes,
now,
yes.
in a
My
lighter
point.
mood, you are saying that you are not in support of the 250,000 requested by the
Yes,
foundation.
yes, because it's going to open a lot of avenue for corruption again.
Okay.
Yes, avenue for corruption for these NGOs and the rest of them. It's going to open another channel for them to extort people again.
Okay.
Engineer Ibrahim, let me quickly answer so that we want to attend to some other thing. I understand what that person is saying. I on my own side, if you have 1,000 clusters and you are asking your cluster head to pay 2,500, I think that's too outrageous.
It's going to raise another suspicion.
Hello, let me finish my this thing.
I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, sir.
Okay, I am understanding you, sir. Stone Baba is online, and he wants to speak to us on this very issue that you are getting back to us now. Let's give him just 5 minutes to talk to us, and you watch the program so that we can make more contribution to this.
When someone have 1,000 clusters now, and he was asking them to pay 2,500 naira per cluster, that is too outrageous on my own side. You're supposed to work on the numbers of clusters you have, because it's not easy now. Nigeria is not going the way it's supposed to be. We know the challenges we are facing in this country financially, but that is individual differences. To me, people supposed to consider the numbers of clusters they have before they started charging people. And also, like I said before, the network cut me off. Number one, what beneficiary we see is not what cluster head we see, is not what NGO we see. Then most of those things, NGO and cluster head supposed to be the one that will shoulder the responsibility, not beneficiary. And majority should be shouldered by the NGO, because they are the one collecting the large sum. I know this may feel somehow to some people, but the facts will still remain, because that is where all the issues of complaining, raising dust is coming up from. And more so, if this kind of thing happens within NGO, the meeting is supposed to be an NGO and the country director, not NGO and the masses. Whatever country director discussed with the NGO is supposed to be with the NGO, and they both work on it, not to the masses. I don't even support the voice note Baba Bartolome Agbocheno's the voice note. I did not support it.
That's right.
Nothing concerned the masses with the money.
Because the meeting was between the NGOs.
Yes, the message is supposed to be sent directly to the NGOs, and they know how to go about it.
Okay, that is a very a very meaningful way. So
that is what is really causing issues now. And
so there was a mistake in the communication to the public.
Communication, yes, to the public. And again, secondly, I think if you invest, if you willingly think, okay, you want to invest in this program, whatever that comes in between, this is monetary. We are talking about not thousands, we are talking about millions.
Okay, Stone Baba, sorry, 1 second, please. Now, let me bring this to your notice. The same thing you're talking about now, somebody's raising it. Now, look at the screen look at what is on the wall now.
Okay.
You can read it out to us, right?
Okay, update from Mothers in Nigeria Foundation NGO. We are
asked to pay 5,000 each cluster. In order to raise 250,000, the NGO has over 1,400 clusters heads. Engineer Igoche, please hear this one. Did you see what we're saying now?
I've talked about it, that the money supposed to pay is okay. Let's calculate it. 5,000 times 1,400. Let me to calculate this. 5,000 times 1,400. Times 1,400. That is 7 million.
Okay, now you see,
is much.
The NGO now, this is just minimum. Some are having 7 clusters.
Divided 250 by 1,400. 250 by 1,400. 250,000 divided by 1,400.
That's 178.
178 naira.
178 naira.
78 naira.
The ideal money that the cluster head are supposed to pay. So why are you asking them 5,000 naira?
5,000 naira.
Is that supposed to be what?
That is they are just putting everything on the country director.
Now, Stone Baba.
Yes.
Let me put your attention to something now. Okay. Everybody is looking for a way to get something from the other person. Now, if you know, some people have about 10,000 clusters. Some have more than that. Some have 5,000 clusters. And you are asked to pay 250,000. I am not saying paying 250,000 is the priority, but I am saying that if it becomes a criteria for this payment, are we not supposed to be considerable in this whole payment? This is my question.
That is what I started that is what I started with. I said the payment should be based on the numbers of cluster you have. Even some people supposed to pay 50 naira, not even up to 100 naira, because of the numbers of cluster in the NGO. That is why I said the issue in grant community is they use an avenue of any payment to exploit other people, which I'm not in support of that.
So now we are going to go back to the idea of knowing how many clusters these NGOs has. Because if we don't know the clusters and the NGOs owners do not have the money to pay, and they revert back to the cluster heads to pay the money for them, then that means there is going to be a controversy in terms of inflow coming to the NGO and then to Theobald Global Foundation. This is an avenue for people to defraud people again. This is why the general public is rowing right now.
Yes, I
understand. We have with us here Pastor James from Port Harcourt is with us. Pastor James, you are welcome to this program this afternoon. Update from Theobald Global Foundation. My name is Engineer Ibrahim Moses Igoche. I am the last man standing for the ordinary beneficiary in the extra global village in the Grand community in Nigeria. And today, we are looking at the issue that have been raising dust in the public domain, dragging names and bringing name calling in the system, where we are expecting to have a smooth disbursement in a few days from now as projected by the country director. And now you can see by yourself that an update from a mother NGO in Nigeria is asking 5,000 from clusters, and it has about 14,000 cluster. Looking at so many millions of naira. So is this supposed to be the practice? How can this person be trusted to be giving money to? What is your take in this regard, sir?
Thank you so much, Ibrahim Moses Ikoche. I'm grateful to be with you in this afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to all members of Global
Tioba Foundation.
Tioba Foundation. Good afternoon to everyone, all the senior citizens in this country. I greet every one of you. I am grateful to be in your midst. Sir, that question you just threw to me, I'm grateful, but it's very, very hard and very difficult. And it's not good for any person right now to charge anybody such amount of money, because everybody are feeling the same pains, especially this hard time that everybody are passing through. To me, I don't like someone to charge someone such amount of money. And if it's only because of this 250,000 naira to pay for an NGO to pay, at least the NGO have to look for some other means to get some money from somewhere else to pay this money. Or he can also throw the bill to the floor for all he or her crosters head to check how many. It's not even all the croster head can be able to afford even 1,000 naira today. But the way I look at it, some can also bring some money. But it is important for any croster head, or croster head, the NGO, to bring out this money any way they can bring out this money, and then also pay because of the benefit that the NGO is going to benefit. So that is the way I look at it. It's not good for anybody to, by force, any beneficiaries or even the cluster head to bring this money. Let the NGO, who is the NGO owner, look for all means to see how he can gather this money. And then any of the cluster head that can assist him, let the person assist him, but not by force. That's what I told my people. I told my people to assist me during the time I was looking for money. So I didn't force anybody to bring this money in, because I know how difficult everybody are passing through, what people are passing through in this country. So it is not good for any NGO to by force anybody or tax any cluster head to bring any money as such. To me, I feel that it is very, very good for every person to look for all means to do their needful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And this is why we're always looking for senior citizens like you to be part of this program, because we are not here to cause a delay to the system, rather to enforce and strengthen the system for urgent disbursement. But this kind of attitude, to me, I question it, because before you send a figure to the public domain, you should have sat down and call your team together, have the discussion with them and say, sir, this is my challenge. I am your head. I don't have this money right now, and it has been made as a yardstick of payment and disbursement. So in this regard, I need your support. But we are SYZ clusters, and this we can raise among us. There's nothing wrong from raising money from the public, because the people themselves, they are the pyramid that makes things happen. So if we can make use of the people to achieve the result and the purpose of the people, then we have not done anything wrong. But in a case where you just get up, you just send this kind of thing to the public domain. Now, this NGO is registered with Theobald Global Foundation. If he collects this money from the people, he's only going to send 250,000 to Theobald office. Where is the remaining money going? So for most of these NGO that are registered and are asking money, we are going to ask some few questions. And this is the time for the country director to come on air and put a question mark to this kind of attitude. I think it's important, because we need to live honorably. We need to live to be able to say, this is what we say, and that is the way it should be. Not to create a window for people to fuse corruption into the system by dragging the integrity of everybody to the mud.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate your contribution, sir. And this is very meaningful to me. And I want to assure you that I am going to raise it up with the country director, and we shall see how fast this matter will be tackling.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless you, sir. I still need you to stay. More people are coming online. You are an elder in the system, and God has given you today as an opportunity to be present with us here. And your contribution now has made a lot of changes. I'm seeing the comments coming in that people should be open to each other. The only way we can be successful and become whom God has chosen us to be is to open up our hearts and lay down the pride that is in us, because we own a paper called Certificate of an NGO that people make it up to become meaningful. You have forgotten that the power of the general depends on the lieutenant. If the subscriber today or the cluster head chooses to say we are not paying, we are not doing again, give us what we are giving you, it will become an eye to an eye and bringing down people who are before the altar of God to the public. I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to this platform, and you are going to be part of us for this program, and you will advise us wrongly. Let's take this telephone number and we'll listen to complaint from the public. We are public servants. This is all we can do for the people. We don't have money to give to the people, but we have moral, we have understanding, we have love to show to the people. Let's go to the public and listen, and you will advise us more. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, very especially. How are you? Your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Mr. Nicholas, and I'm calling from Yola, Edumoga.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nicholas. Thank God for being with us again this program. And I believe you've been watching this program, right?
I'm watching right now.
Okay. What is your take in this our conversation? This thing that is disturbing the cluster heads and then the public on this payment of 250,000 that is creating opportunity for NGO owners to begin to defraud the people more and more.
Yes, sir. My contribution there is this. There should be no bond of contention concerning this issue of 250,000 naira. Before someone will be an NGO owner, it is not an easy job. And you be an NGO owner, you are above the capacity of 250,000. You are above the capacity of 500,000. So at this point that we're expecting disbursement, I see no reason why people should grumble concerning 250,000. And if you go on board and check, most of those that are grumbling, they don't have NGO. They don't run an NGO. Some of them don't even have a cluster. They are ordinary subscribers. And I believe so much that before this was announced, there was a meeting with the NGOs. Yes. And they agreed that they will pay this morning. I thank God this time around, early this year, the founder of PGF has been carrying everybody along for them to know and be seeing with their eyes what is happening.
Yes.
So he did not sit down and took this decision on his own. So I believe so much that everything was done with the consent of the NGOs. I see no reason why this should become a problem. I see no reason why this should become an uproar. So I'm pleading to the public, especially the NGOs. They should key into this issue. I believe so much because I followed Dr. Agostino's update from yesterday to today. There are many of them that have paid their money. And those that are making noise, most of them, they don't run an NGO. So let there be no confusion in this grand community. I pray God will grant us the grace so that the country director will disburse. And I'm begging him, let this should not be an issue that will provoke him, that there will be an extension in this. I pray that God will help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much this afternoon for joining us. This is very meaningful to us, and we cannot afford not to bring you on board next time. We appreciate your contribution, and we are going to pass it across the country director and everybody watching us on the social media. You have the right to send me hi on that hotline for you to join your contribution. Padania. We have some people coming online. Mr. Stanley Obebo is there. We have Stone Baba again back, and we have Ben Kate Amor is also here with us. So we are going to bring them live, and let's hear from them on this very issue. And we're going to go. Let's start from our own brother who's here again. Good afternoon this afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. I am on to Reverend from Anambra State. He's here with us. He's watching us live. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ibrahim.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. I like your Fadania.
Fadania. You are live with Pastor John from Port Harcourt, Stone Baba, also from Lagos, and these four people are live with you right now, and I believe you have been watching this program. I want to hear your contribution regarding this question the young man just asked now. Some of the NGO is asking for 5,000, and the NGO has about 1,400 clusters. And in this regard, we are expecting to get millions, and what the country director is asking us to bring is just about 250,000 naira. You can see now NGO are requesting for over millions of naira. Is this supposed to be the practice? Can we trust such NGO and say we want to use them as a model NGO? What is your take, sir?
I wouldn't support any NGO taking 5,000 from millions of people or thousands of people. It's too much. I think it is extortion. And they can sacrifice and do something, raise some fund and do it on behalf of everybody. I don't understand why we must be over-laboring people, over-tasking people. Things are very hard at this time in the year. So please, I don't support that too.
Okay, that is good. This is why we open this channel for people to contribute rightly, and for some of us that can come out, bring our face out to say it the way we see it. I want God to continue to bless us the same way you can stand for the people. Yes, sir.
Engineer Ibrahim, I have said my own.
Yes.
What I see there is, if anybody bring a complaint about a particular NGO, should mention the name of the NGO so that he can call the NGO in order to let him know. There's nothing wrong in calling people for help.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong because they are all in debt together. But collecting money from beneficiaries, that's wrong. The normal thing you're supposed to look into is, okay, this NGO is 1,000 NGOs. You not divided the money by the numbers of the NGOs. And then you calculate it and ask them to pay that particular amount. That is still fair. But not to be using this avenue to be exploiting people. And they will not mention their name. It is people like country director, people like me, and some other people. It is our name that will be ringing bell up and down that they are exploiting, that we are exploiting people. My own is, it depends on the numbers you have, that's what you should work on. There's nothing wrong in asking your cluster head for money. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that is okay. I also want to believe that by so doing, it will create a lot of reason for people not to go to the social media, because right now the image that we are getting from the public regarding that question is not favorable to the country director and to all of us that are standing rightly for the people. I'm not against you asking for a favor from your people. Everybody asks for favor. But if we are asking for favor, we should ask it rightly so that people will not look at it as trying to extort money from the people. This is why I am trying to bring this to the general public and feel the pulse of the people. And so far, so good. I'm made to understand that The people are not bothered about the money that the country director requested for, because it's for a purpose, and that purpose was made known to them at that point in time before they started the meeting. But as it is right now, some people are saying they are not aware, they are not this. That is why I say, let there be room for us to come and air out this thing. And I'm happy for you people that have come this morning to throw light on this part. For any NGO that is collecting money from the beneficiaries, I am going to tell the country director and those who is asking money for to communicate to us privately, and we will act on that as soon as possible. So, Stone Baba, does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for this meaningful contribution. And I am saying that some questions are coming up here. They say NGO charge 5,000 from each cluster to raise 150,000 for 14 clusters. Much I don't understand. See, before you put something in the public, you ask yourself, what will be the reaction of the people? What will be the reaction of your people? What do you think that, well, if I say this, how do they feel? These are one of the questions I would like to ask by the time we are going to be meeting in our next meeting. And for those who are also passing messages to the public, I'm advising them that they should cultivate an attitude of communicating to the people, because so many of us are living on drugs and are managing our lives with so many terminal illnesses. Such messages sometimes can cause them shock and lead to paralysis and other things that is happening to us right now. I don't know. We have one of our sisters here, Blessing Adobe. She's just coming online. Good afternoon, Blessing Adobe. Your name and where are you joining us from? Hello. Can you hear us?
Yes, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you.
Hello.
You are live with me. You are live with me with Pastor Jane from Port Harcourt. I think she has a problem of the internet. We wanted to hear from her as a woman.
Engineer Ibrahim, I want to go now. Hello.
You have answered your question. I just wanted you to feel the pause.
Yes, I just want to contribute one more thing.
Okay.
Because as we are on here now, a lot of people are still saying that they want to be seeing Theobald's Global Foundation logo. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can screenshot the chat and send to you after this program. They
yes.
are still putting that the question they are asking that is not yet answered very properly. That even though if you are not in Abuja, that the program is meant for Theobald Global Foundation. Theobald Global Foundation logo is supposed to be popping up on the screen of the whenever the program comes up. That we should clarify that side.
Okay, I thought I've answered that question to you before.
Yes, but they are still telling me. Yes.
Okay,
but
let me clarify it.
Okay.
Let me clarify it. This program, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 hours, I dedicated it for update of Theobald Global Foundation. And myself, your consultant, Engineer Brian Moses Igoche, the founder of Grassroots Bridge Builders, that is standing for the ordinary beneficiary, is still the same person who anchors both programs.
Okay.
And as I'm talking, I am also streaming to that channel. But because that channel does not have a stream portal that could allow you to come live or but it is possible for me to put a Theobald logo when I'm doing a Theobald program, which is accepted.
Yes.
And I am going to talk to the management of Grassroots Bridge Builder to permit Theobald logo to be on a Theobald update program, because this Grassroots also does program for other entities. So I left it open as a unilateral platform for everybody to come on with one mind and with free hands to do their broadcast.
I will like for you to talk to them over that, so that for that 2 hours that we update for October Global Foundation, let it pop up there. After the program, you go back to the normal listing, because you know the way our people reason.
Now look at somebody. Look at this now. Somebody say, "Are we looking for October Global logo or disbursement?"
That person must be stupid. When they said something is your program, they don't. The way they reason at times, the way a lot of people reason, this is a program meant for something. Like when you are doing AI, when like AIT is using NTA logo on their news, is it not a different platform?
Okay, it is, and I think that correction is accepted, and I will have to make it one of our point noted for the next broadcast. We will put it the Tiobat logo there. But the Tiobat Foundation is receiving it well and clean.
All right.
Thank you very much. Somebody say, Stone Baba, say something is stupid, okay? You know, that's from Johnson Evans, you know.
I'm sorry for that, using that language.
Yes,
to use that I'm so sorry.
I want you to withdraw that statement so that I can delete it from the archive.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. These are part of the things that happen to us sometimes when we're the public domain.
I want to go now.
Stone Baba, as you're going, have a very peaceful Friday and a lovely weekend ahead of you. May God bless you. Alekwi of Daniel. Thank you very much. And Father, these are the things that come up once in a while, that if you are in the social, in the public devices, you cannot control them sometimes, but you can see that it's important for us to be calm internally. Because if we are not patient, we are going to be offending the people that are our listeners, and also those who are also part of what we are doing. So most times you see me, I apologize to people because I don't know who my words is going to be affecting, because they say we broadcasters are terrorists, and we're not using the arm, but we use our mouth, and it terrorizes those who will not want the progress of the ordinary Nigerian. So in that regard, we were making enemy unknowingly. So Nigerians watching this program, the Tiobat Global Foundation update is handled by me, and I am the founder and also the anchor of this program. So my image is bigger than any logo we are looking for. And I am going to include the logo in our next broadcast just to clear out the pulse of the public. So our sister Adobe, you are welcome to this program this afternoon. And we want to hear from you. What is your take in the people collecting money from our NGO? I think she's having problem with her internet. It's not very strong, and is having issue with that as well. Let's take this call from our brother and hear from the general public. What is
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine. Sorry, my network is bad.
Yes. The network is very poor. The noise is too much from you there. We may not be able to hear you clearly. Let's take this call. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. This afternoon, your name and where are you joining us from this afternoon? Global Foundation update this afternoon.
Good afternoon. Owolabia Yade is my name. I'm calling from Ibadan, Oyo State.
You're calling from
Ibadan, Oyo State.
Okay. How is Oyo State this very afternoon?
We thank God. God has been so faithful to us.
Okay. I want to believe you have been watching this program and listening to us live.
Very well, sir.
The issue that bothers the public is what we're discussing, most especially the NGOs that are using this medium to extort the general public, the cluster heads, and the ordinary beneficiary by asking them to donate 5,000 and donate money, or not requesting for an assistance for the payment of this money. What is your take in that regard, sir?
Firstly, I want to say that that is uncalled for. That is bad. Because the NGOs also understand that if I thought they need money, they should be able to communicate to the clusters. So clusters can say, okay, this is what I can contribute to help my NGOs. But talking to beneficiaries, that's absurd. Let me leave that and let me move to our country director. The man has really been doing well. And I pray that God with His infinite mercy will help him to achieve this mandate. But this is my take. You know, since that time of contribution of 500,000 naira, things have not been easy. Coupled with what is going on in the country, those NGOs, some NGOs went ahead to borrow this money, sold their land, sold their houses, and sold a lot of their properties. So it has not been easy. So if I want to key in with the idea of one man that I already called earlier, that I said that, okay, if I thought, okay, we want to collect this money now, there's no problem about that. Because this project is a big project, and he's the only man that can see in and out. We are just clamoring for this one because that's the only one is problem. But what he's facing might be difficult to him. There's no problem. He can even decide to collect another 500,000. But the way he has to go about it has to be somehow different. Because to achieve the mass disbursement, it's not going to be easy. So I want to key into the advice of that former speaker that, okay, what we are going to do is that let's just invite some people that can make this payment. And those that you see that they responded, let's go ahead with disbursement for those people. But waiting for the mass disbursement is going to be highly difficult. Please, if you can just try to talk to him, and let's continue to extend this message to our senior citizens that can approach Oga Theophilus. Because we, as a common man, I don't think we have the benefit. But those senior people in the grant committee should be able to approach him and let's delegate them down. Let's all be on deck. Okay, to achieve the mass disbursement, it's going to be highly difficult. Because we have a lot of NGOs that are going through so many problems, and we cannot overrule that. We cannot overrule that at all. So what is facing another NGO might be turning around to another NGO. So those people that can come up with the idea of paying the money, we should appreciate them, and we should go ahead to disburse to them. So by saying that, I believe that 1,001,000 or 1 trillion NGOs will come and make their payments and do the needful. Thank you so much. This is my take.
Thank you very much. This very contribution. I want to first of all congratulate you for giving us this very advice, which is best to me.
Thank you, sir.
Which is best to me. Ambassador Johanna is live with us here from Jos. She's the man who is in charge of Plateau and the environment, and is one of also our very strong NGO too from Plateau. I met with him. I went there. He organized the NGO members, and from this moment, Jos is one of the most peaceful places where we have no problem coming out from. So, what is your take in this whole contribution of issue of 250,000 and people collecting money from cluster heads that is worth 7 billion and above? How do you look at this one? Does it prove any integrity? Does it prove any kind of trustworthy to disburse people? Because people are asking me now that I need to provide the number for them to send the names of NGO and their contact that already requested money from them. If we want to go by the rules and the directive of the country director, such NGOs should be removed from the system. What is your take in this very regard, Ambassador Johanna?
Not trustworthy. They are not supposed to be. Supposed to.
Good afternoon, my able consultant, my leader.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yes, sir. It's a privilege to me coming in. So sorry. I had some errand, so I couldn't join early. It's not that I'm joining the meeting.
Okay, this is what we are saying, that some NGOs are collecting 5,000 from the cluster heads. One of them has just been reported that is taking 5,000 from 14,000 clusters. When you check 5,000 by 14,000, that's millions of naira. And what we are expected to be collecting from the people is just, by the calculation of Stone Baba, is just we're supposed to take like 150 naira from each person, and then it makes up the 250 naira. This kind of people, do you think we should trust the public fund into their hands?
No.
All right. So actually, based on this is real extortion, because integrity is key in whatever you are doing. As leaders, we seems to have the mind of the masses at heart. Instead of adding more trauma to them, more problem to them, at least we should be seen to a kind of have pity on them also as leaders. You know, as a leader, you need to take sacrifice to some certain extent. And
okay, I think it's having some issues with his internet network. My brother Ade Lawa,
I know that
you are welcome to the program.
Engineer. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ambassador Yana. We're coming back to your question. Let our brother Adewale speak to us because of the network challenge you're having. Go on, Mr. Ade.
Yes. How are you, sir?
We are doing very great today. We're nice.
The network is bad.
Okay, so, but can you hear us now? Let me drop.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you so that we can have a strong network.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Oh, well done, sir.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I am fine. And you?
How has been your day?
We bless God. Everything is fine.
There are information flying around as per the issue of mother NGO, baby NGO, and some of us we are just being magnanimous that is it not going to still cause delay for the disbursement to happen as it was declared by Ambassador Newman and Dr. Agbochen the other time. I listened to one of their voice notes. So please, can you shed more light on that? Then NGOs, how can they come in even to become a mother NGO? Is there any way we can do that? Because I'm an NGO now too.
Okay, thank you very much. Part of the things we are trying to let the public view is because this platform operates in an open door policies. And if we are in the business of touching life, we should be in the business of be able to stand firm and make decisions that will affirm the right and the integrity of those that are involved in this whole thing. Now, the country director has instructed that 250,000 should be paid, which is part of some logistics that he does not need to explain details, but it doesn't go to him as a person. And that he is also paying higher for them to have this opportunity. He has been able to make a sacrifice for us in many ways. That in this very one that he expected the people to make their contribution, which he called the NGO owners, and have a very refined meetings with them. Were called to order. All of them sat in the office and agreed, and this information was made available to the public domain. And to come about again, the same set of NGOs are going behind and saying that they are not very comfortable with this payment of 250,000, and they are expected to see how we could throw light and even find a medium where we could see how coming in and find a reduction, or however, if possible, by any means. And now it's been made known to us that the NGOs are quiet because they needed to fall back to the grassroots people, the ordinary beneficiaries and the cluster heads, to contribute the money and give to them to pay to Tilbert Global Foundation. Now, it doesn't stop at that. There is nothing wrong with you requesting for an assistance from someone that will benefit from the program that you and he or she is involved. But in a case that you are going to be using this medium to defraud the people, to extort from the people, to shake the system and making it looking as if someone is out there to collect money from you individually. This is why we are saying, if we are not protecting the integrity of the foundation that we are connected to, are we not supposed to protect the integrity of ourselves as humans that are fronting this NGO before the masses were called? We are the NGOs that go to the people. We are the NGOs that mobilize the ordinary Nigerians. My mother who is in Ubamosho, my mother who is in Osogbo, my mother who is in Ikare, who does not know Theobald Global Foundation office. Do you agree with me that 70% of the people who are involved in this grant does not know the man Theobald Global Foundation?
Exactly, you are right.
But the NGOs who come together, who are doing this, are supposed to report rightly to the people. They don't communicate with the people. The only time they communicate with them is when there's a need for them to contribute money or need to get something from them. And the people are feeling cheated by so doing, insulting the country director and the entire people that are involved in this whole processes. And this is why we are coming up openly with the open door policy of grassroots bridge builder for anybody who is not satisfied to come up. Everybody is coming up. None of the NGO is complaining because it's an avenue for them to extort money from the public. This is what the people are saying now. The same day we're complaining about Abochenu passing the message. Abochenu has his way of passing the public message. He cannot relate the message to people the way I may have related it, because my own way, as our faces are different, so our problem, our communication, our understanding is different. So I look at the fact that is involved in that message. There was a message and there was a discrepancies. What is the way forward? Now there is extortion coming into the system. This is the most painful part of it right now. So I am appealing to the NGO owners to disembark completely from what they are doing. And if they don't disembark from it, I will be forced to pull the country director to run a disclaimer on some of those NGOs that are not supposed to be part of what we are going to be expecting. Because if I cannot trust you as an NGO or as a partner, how can I entrust the public fund into your hand by so doing?
You are right. You are right.
So this is
well done. You have really done well.
Thank you very much.
You have really done well.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir.
We will try our best.
You said?
I said we will try our best, and then to ensure that people don't
you
believe.
You have been doing your best. I can see.
Yes, people don't believe that he's a country director that is extorting from the public. Sometimes the people go behind using his name to collect money from the public. And we will not hesitate to bring it all out to the people. Once we get any information of people extorting people, we will bring it to the public and we will stop it. We are not saying they shouldn't assist them, but we are saying we should do it rightly so that people can look at it and say it is not offensive, but it is okay. Yes, if I'm paying 1,500 as a cluster head and we are raising 250,000, I won't complain. But I'm paying 5,000 and you are raising over millions and 250 is going for the official work. What exactly do you expect that the common Nigerians that are mobilizing in the 100 and 200 million Nigeria and 774 local government that is believing in us, that I stand for them as a beneficiary and as their voice of the voiceless, will see to what we are doing?
Yes.
So,
Engineer, well done, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
God
Let's
bless
take this
you.
call from this our brother and let's hear from the public what is happening.
All right.
Hello, good afternoon. This afternoon, how are you? Your name and where are you calling us from?
Personal.
Personal is calling us from where?
I'm calling from Lagos, sir.
How is Lagos this afternoon?
I'm calling from Ojota. Ojota will be having problems in Ojota.
Ojota has not been peaceful.
Yes, because of the problem of the cash and all that. We've been having problem at Ojota. But all the same, God will see us through.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Please, I want to ask something quickly. Why is everybody deviating from the normal question that we are asking? Why is Apostle collecting 250,000 from the NGOs? That's one question. Then the second question I'm asking is, why is everybody making it look like it's the NGOs now that is extorting money from the masses? Why he is starting the extortion? Because if he didn't ask us to pay this money, then people will not have the reason to extort from the masses. So why is he not explaining to us the reason for this particular 250,000 that he's asking for us? Because I am an NGO owner, and I wouldn't take it lightly for anyone to telling me to pay another 250,000 after paying the 500,000, which I know nothing about. The 500,000 euro that I paid, I didn't see anything that comes out of it. Why is it demanding for another 250,000? That is my question this afternoon. And Apostle should be proud enough to come and tell the nation why he's asking for this money. If he's telling us that the reason is best known to him, he should tell us that reason, because we are waiting to hear that reason. So that's my question to you. I watched why Stone Baba was talking. Stone Baba, from his own speech, I saw some ministers when he was talking. He was talking from one side, mouth of it, and it's not going well with some people like us. You have to be proud to say what you feel. Stone Baba was not saying what he is feeling, because he's looking for trouble. He's asking for why the logo is not there, why the logo was not there, and this and that. That is not why he is there. He's there to tell the nation why his boss is collecting 250,000 from the masses. We want to know. We demand to know. We registered on that show for direct and not under any other person. He should be proud to tell us why we are paying all this money. Thank you very much. That is my own input.
Thank you very much, my dear sister. I want to appreciate you because we cannot afford not to give women the opportunity to be part of what we're doing. And among the women, I commend your courage coming out this afternoon to tell us the thoughts of the public. The NGOs that are taking 5,000, we go against it. And even the Theobald Global Foundation that is requesting for 250,000. The public demands to know why. It's because of some logistics that is involved in this whole processes. This is what we discussed. Now, the NGOs that are supposed to update their beneficiaries has refused. This is why the question is coming out now. And that is why I am commending you. This is why I'm calling them that it is right for the NGOs to come out, relate rightly with their own subscribers, which is the cluster heads and beneficiaries. This is the outcome of our meetings. That the 250,000 is for this reason. Let the public be aware, because all of us are not privileged to be in that meeting. And this channel is open for you to lay your complaint and also to pass your message to the public, just like you just did. So for this reason, we are going to be looking out to hear from more NGOs. I believe that the NGOs are not aggrieved with the agreement of the country director, and that is why they're not complaining. For you
No. Every one of us are not happy about this.
100%.
They are not complaining. They are not complaining because they are afraid of Apostle. I am not afraid of Apostle. The highest thing he will do, he will say he's not paying me, and I will sue him both internationally and nationally.
Listen to me, my sister. Listen to me. Let me just tell you something very quickly. Now, anybody that is involved in this grant, are you with me? Whatsoever that you committed your resources to, you can never be afraid of that thing. If you are afraid of that thing, then you are not an eligible partner of this whole grant. Apostle is a normal person like every normal human being like me and you. He comes on air every second to talk with them. He opened up a telephone line for them to come. He said, my offices are open. If you are not satisfied with the assistant, why not bring it up? They are not coming up. You are coming up now because you are courage enough to say, my people, I am not satisfied with this, and this is my plight. Even if I'm going to pay this money, let me know why I am paying this money. This is understanding. Why others are not doing the same thing? They go behind the shore, go behind the camera, go behind and sit in their comfort zone from their bed and send something to the media, causing commotion and confusion for the ordinary Nigerians like me and you, who does not have access to this information.
All right, sir. Please, before I drop, could you please give me the number of the Lagos State Ambassador? I would wish to speak with him, to speak with her, and then find out some other things. Because my own NGO could not tell me, the mother NGO that wanted to nominate me.
Okay, that's right.
So did not tell them the reason to. So she said she doesn't have any reason. That Apostle said the reason is personal to him. I'm sorry, I'm not disclosing that.
No, then that is the reason why we cannot help you now. If you cannot disclose that, then we cannot help you. I am sitting before you. The whole world is watching me. I am telling you that if Apostle have said something and they are not comfortable with it, they have the medium of reporting it. They go back to tell their subscriber different thing and come and accept different thing with Apostle. This time around is for us to start them, share the truth, let the truth see it as it is, and let's take it that way. Apostle has called all of them. By January, let me tell you.
The NGO that nominated me is Real Foundation NGO.
Listen, Real Foundation NGO, right? You are talking about Dr. Bode David. Are you telling me that Dr. Bode David cannot stand and speak when Apostle is there? Then he is claiming that his NGO is the largest NGO, over 7 million people in all African countries. And if Apostle have made the decision that it's not going down well with his people, and he cannot stand to defend the people, then it's not worth being an MD of an NGO. Do you get this straight? This is what is spoiling the country. This is why we cannot go anywhere. Whatever I can tell you, I am saying it. Apostle, he brought me in as a consultant to this company. I work with him. I take instruction from him. And I also agree and disagree with him when there is a need. So what are they saying? We need to treat the people equally, not collecting from the people. All the things they know is to go and collect money from the people. But giving them the right information, they cannot do that. Let them stop this whole thing. And I'm going to tell Apostle to run a disclaimer on some of those people, or else I am going to do it with the public. Thank you very much. So we just need to get back to the studio. We just, my brother, I think you are there. You can hear what is happening. How can you do that? Hello. Good morning, man.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you all.
Good morning. How is American this morning?
We thank God. We thank God.
You're looking so bright this morning, man.
Yeah. By the grace of God, God is faithful and always faithful.
Amen. I don't know if you have been watching the program now.
I just flew in now because, even I'm struggling with the time. As I reported the other day, I complained about the time. If you can be able to fit it because it's clashing with us. Even now, my family has gathered for morning prayer, but I'm just taking this small time to talk with you people. So the time of the meeting is very, very somehow to us here in the United States because of time gap. So I can hear you because I just came in about some minutes ago, but I just understand a little bit of what is going on. I can find out that maybe some people cannot deliver what they're supposed to do, more especially in serving the public. And that is the reason why it calls for, in a situation like this, the trusted people, though you will not know them because it is not written in their foreheads. But at least we supposed to be sincere in whatever we are doing, more especially when we are called to serve the public. When we are serving the public, we are equally serving God, and God is watching in everything we do, any step we are taking. God is watching, and that is the reason why you, as a person, as I see you, Engineer Ibrahim, I can see that you are trying as much as you can to deliver to people the mandate God has handed over to you. So also to other people around that is hearing my voice, it is a very, very important thing for us to be what people think we are, not hiding ourselves and be doing other things negatively. So I call upon every other people who are, involved in this mission to be what people think you are or what is supposed to do. Knowing that whatever you are doing, you must give account of whatever you are doing. When you are sent to do something, do it exactly how you are instructed to do it. When you have any question or confusion, you ask question. You ask question. I believe it will help the leaders and whatever we are doing to be moving forward. Instead of all this complaint because of not working according to the instruction. Please, I beg everyone to jointly in one accord and one mind, because two cannot work together unless they agree. Let us work together in agreements and deliver whatever we are expected to do. I believe it will help every one of us, even the ones we are serving, because we are called to be a leader. And being a leader is to serve people. I'm talking about a good leader. When you possess a quality of a good leader, you are expected to, to deliver to the people you are handed over to for that particular thing. So I think I have said too much. Let me stop here for another person, and I
Thank
will
you.
ask you for your permission, please. As you can see my family. I don't know whether you can be able to see them. My husband, they are now listening to me, waiting for the morning prayers. So, as I told you, thank you. Hello? Hello? Is it technical problem? I started again. That's the meeting.
We can see them. You can see them. Thank you very much, ma, for joining us this early hour from the US. I want to appreciate you so much. Your contribution go a long way to relieve us of so many things. What we're doing here is to be able to trust each other so that we can disseminate information to the right source. We will not support anybody who is using this medium to stop the public. The condition in Nigeria right now is not favorable. The situation is tough for everybody. Nobody is smiling. So what we're doing is to encourage the people. When our people complain, we should be there to give them answer. And the question that is coming out on the public media is because before Apostle started this race with them this January of involving them in the disbursement and also giving them opportunity, he called a meeting. And in that meeting, there was a discussion. And after that meeting, they embarked on the exercise and it was done successfully. Along the way, there was a need for him to increase the numbers of the NGO that regarded to be involved in this disbursement. And he also called a meeting again. And in that meeting, they had discussion, even though I wasn't there, but I was expecting to get a feedback from those that were involved in the meeting and what is the outcome, what is the pulse of the people, what are the NGO agreeing, because the disbursement is fast approaching. We have less than 1 week now to the election. And in this election period, people needed to have money. If the money is made available,
Exactly.
To allow the people make exact decisions in who to vote and the choices they have to make. Everything has to be in place. But now, as we're going, I'm beginning to see that People coming together, working together, and having discrepancies at this night hour, trying to say, I'm not paying the 250,000, I'm going to pay. Some are already paying. There is a sabotage in the system. This is what we are trying to work and figure out. When people agree together to achieve a system or a purpose uniformly, some people go back behind and do the opposite side of it because they are afraid. Yes, to bring their faith. That was why I was talking to the young lady who just called me from Lagos, Ojota to be precise. Said there was a situation in Ojota and she is not happy because she's an NGO owner. And then after talking, I said, okay, which is your NGO and where do you belong to? He said he won't be able to disclose the name, that the person is asking them for money. And I know very well this person is talking about is not asking them for money. He's calling for a meeting for them to sit down in a round table and see how they could come up with this thing because of the time frame. I spoke with the person this morning. You see how people can come up on the public media and send a signal that might be looking somehow if we don't address it correctly. So I have to let him force her to tell me the name of the person. And whatever you can discuss with me in private that you cannot discuss with me in the public, I am not party to it because I, as the founder of Grassroots, I am connected to the root. I am with the people. I can't afford to separate myself from the people. And by so doing, I am separating myself from the people. And that was why I have to do that. Thank you very much, man, for joining us in this program. I want you to have a lovely weekend. Friday, and may God rest with you and the family this very day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I pray that the Lord will continue to strengthen you for your good work.
Amen.
You know, endow you with more wisdom. You know, so that at the end, and I pray also that people that is working with you should understand the vision of the something, so that everybody will come together and work in agreement, as I said before, so that the burden will not be too much on you. So I pray that God will help us to make things happen.
Thank you very much, man. May God bless you. Have a lovely morning. And my breakfast, make it day for dining. I'm coming to eat it later. Thank you, Ambassador Johanna. You're welcome to the program. That's our own mother from the United States of America. She's always there with us, and God will continue to keep her so that in her evening we will be with her until the last minute of her life. Thank you very much, Ambassador Johanna. You are seeing what we are trying to figure out in the system, and for us to be able to say this, we must have to open up it, because you cannot go and hurt an animal without a knife.
Of course, now.
So if you kill the animal, what will you use to butcher the animal if you hide it from a knife?
Of course, you need the knife.
So the NGOs are expected to speak with the people rightly, give them the right information, and not keeping them in the dark. What they do is that when they come to Chobat office, they hang around, they sit down, they discuss with Chobat. Nobody will call you, sir. This thing that you say, how do you think? What do you feel? He's a man like me and you.
Yeah.
It's not just getting up and demanding this thing. There's a reason for him to demand for that money. That reason to make known to all of us, and we will find a way how we can relate it to our people, resolve it to our people. When I speak like this, sometimes people say they feel that maybe I am against Global Global Foundation. How can I be against the system that is warehousing a lot of people? But I can only be against the act that is against the wishes of the people, which is what the NGO partners are doing, and I'm not happy with them.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to collect money now, they can find a way to the people, just like the government is doing. When you open the shop inside your village, town council and tax collectors will come. But if you get the government to give you something, they say they can't find them. The database is not there.
Yes, sir.
And
all right, sir.
Thank you very much. Give us your contribution before you leave.
Okay. Ambassador Igoche, I appreciate you so much for this platform and all those that have contributed. They have done well in their contributions. All the saga of all these things is two-way traffic. Two-way traffic in the sense that as NGOs, some clusters even don't come for meetings that are being called by the NGO owners for them to know what is happening. From out there, they will just pour down their contribution and their mind without linking with their own NGOs. Like what we used to do in my own NGO. I call them for a meeting and tell them that, okay, this is what is about to happen. There's a logistics which I'm incapacitated to handle everything. But what do you see? Now, they are going to count the number of clusters we have in the NGO and look at the exact amount that we're supposed to raise within ourselves. If it is 100 naira, we contribute 100 naira to come together to meet up with that demand. So when we do that one, some of the clusters don't even come for the meetings. They don't even hack into it. So even when you call them, they say they don't have time as such. But actually, it's good to give information the way it comes, the way it happens, so that everybody will have sense of belonging to us, where he's heading to, and the purpose, the reason why such is being called for. So some of the NGOs don't even communicate, as you said. They don't communicate to the clusters nor the beneficiaries. As an NGO owner, you can't reach every beneficiary in your cluster, in your NGO, but you can reach them through your cluster heads. So those cluster heads need to synergize with you so that the information can be passed through the beneficiaries down there. That's how it's supposed to be. So now we used to be like in my own NGO. We are always together. There's no friction in any of them in my own NGO because I carry them alone. We if there's need for contribution, they contribute. Sometimes I say, I wave it up, I'm going to do it myself. So I pay everything that has to do with any contribution. Even this one that came, I paid it without even asking any of them of a kobo. So what we are talking about is information dissemination is very important so that it's going to reduce the rancor, the agitations, and all those noise that are happening down there. So we, the NGO owners, need to really carry our people alone. When we carry them alone, we can be able to explain to them. After meeting the apostle, I believe the apostle called the NGOs and then explain to them there's need for money. How do we go about it? And such amount came on board. And of course, it is you, the same participant of that meeting, supposed to come out with the whole world. We were part and parcel, and this is the demand. And this demand is an urgent demand. So please, how do we go about it? You explain to your people, they are going to give you also a solution. Somebody might say, okay, I'm going to help you take care of it. At least you shoulder the burden for a lot of people. So I felt that communication gap is the key problem that is causing a lot of rancor from people. And still, sir, there are people that have strong heart, that they don't believe anything you say. Their heart is so stubborn that they don't want to believe in you, no matter how you explain to them. So it's vice versa also. But now all I'm calling is for people to become, let's follow the procedure, the processes, because we are already in it. We have started in it. I don't believe in
Thank you very
leaving
much.
the project on the way when I
Thank
started.
you very much.
So thank you so much. That's my little contribution.
No, that this is no longer little contribution because this is one of the best contribution. Communication is the key to success. If Apostle is not communicating with us, we are saying he's not carrying us along. Now he's carrying us along, he's communicating with us, and people are not communicating with the rest of the people. So who is now bridging the gap? Who is defaulting from the original procedures? If we have a big tree, and that tree does not go down to get to where we are supposed to do things rightly, then we have not done anything to ourselves. Thank you for joining us this program. We are supposed to have shut down by now, but because of the urgency and the importance of this program, we extended for a very short while, and the program is actually going well because we are finding reason why people are complaining and why people are not complaining. It's no longer the issue of Apostle not carrying them along, or they are not complaining, but they are complaining behind the board, and we are saying we are not attending to such complaint. Bring it on air. Let us discuss it and resolve it and move forward like we just did now. Thank you very much, Ambassador Johanna. You are welcome to the program. Your contribution has made a lot of changes. In fact, it plays a very high role in this meeting, and my report this afternoon to country director, I will make a recommendation on that as well. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Let me allow you to attend to other things, and God bless you. I have Ambassador Barrister Joshua is here online with us, and I also have our own brother Pastor Ambassador Peter Ayo is also here live with us. Barrister, how are you this afternoon? How are you this afternoon, Barrister?
No, worry.
Barrister, can you hear us?
Engineer. Yes,
how are you,
engineer,
sir?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you very much, sir. You are looking like today is going to be a very wonderful Friday from your attire this morning.
Yes, yes, yes. I believe so. This is the first time I am succeeding to join the show.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. I've been struggling over the weeks to see how I can get into the show, but it's been very challenging network here. I'm calling writing from Obudu, Cross River State.
How is Obudu?
Obudu is fine. Obudu is fine. Apart from the challenge of the cash scarcity and fuel scarcity, we are doing well here with some hammer time just showing up.
Yes, yes, and along the hammer time will continue for some time before it will subside. From Obudu, we welcome you to the program. And this program this afternoon, we are trying to feel the pulse of the people. How do they feel? And why the NGOs are not communicating to their own cluster heads and beneficiaries on the development of Chilbert Global Foundation that is leading to them paying $250,000 that is causing a lot of dust in the grant community. So I am trying to let everybody know that whatever that has been happening in the past before I came in as one of you was because the country director was not carrying them along and they were complaining. But now we have made it open that this channel is for everybody to come on and be carried along, and also information should be disseminated to the people that are under us. And the people under us are complaining that the NGOs are not carrying them along. They only come to them when they needed to contribute money or for something, which I feel personally it is not the right practices. And I want us to look at it and make a change so that the atmosphere, the airspace can be peaceful, because we can't afford to have any commotion before the disbursement. Thank you very much for joining us. So what is your take in that?
I seem to be yes. They seem to be the NGO heads, the cluster heads, and even the beneficiaries. For quite some time now, that flow of information has, and it's been very challenging. That's part of the reason why we have this problem. If the NGO heads are indeed communicating with the benefit, it will be very easy for us to resolve most of these challenges that we're having now. So I feel that the NGO heads should be able to communicate adequately and promptly to their cluster heads. That way, information will easily get to the ordinary beneficiaries. If we are able to do that, we will not have much of these challenges as we speak.
Thank you very much. That is true. We are having challenges in the medium of communication of a truth, and that we need to come up with a means of reaching out to ourselves and let everybody be carried along, just like the country director is doing right now. They should emulate the man so that we don't have a lot of discrepancies in the internet. We also have our brother here with us too, Pastor Ambassador Peters. You're welcome to the program this afternoon. Where are you joining us from? Pastor Ambassador Peters is having an issue with his internet. I think he's having so much of slow in the network there. We will give opportunity to some of our brothers to join us too from the public domain, even though our time is very, it's running faster. In less than 5 minutes, we should be winding up this program. If you can hear us, I think he's having a problem. He may need to join us back again because of the challenge of internet. Somebody is saying this now. It says the woman calling from Ojota, she is not saying the truth. Dr. Bode David, he's innocent, please. Okay, you see what I just said? I have not gone far from what I said, because this is somebody I spoke with, right? Myself, I asked him questions. I said, how do you feel about this whole thing? He called me severally. He said, the people are making noise, but he said he felt that there's a reason for Oga to ask this money, and he explained to them in that meeting. And I want to believe that he has explained something to them before making this pronouncement. Reverend Dr. Abochenu is a senior citizen. It's not like us, that someone could say maybe he's young in the grand community. Maybe he doesn't know his integrity or however. For him to come out openly and say something like that, that means there is a reason for that. So we need to communicate to our people to avoid feeding the masses with wrong information. This is just my peaceful advice and my humble contribution to this whole thing. And my message to country director this afternoon is for him to find time, come on air again as usual, address the issue of NGO using this opportunity to extort the ordinary Nigerians to avoid further noise on the social media. And if anybody felt he has any other thing to tell us, you can write us on our email. You can also send us SMS, and we will not hesitate to bring you to talk to us. Thank you very much, my dear brothers and sisters. I have made up my mind to serve the people, and I will continue to remain with the people. And my viewers all over the world, I just want you guys to be rest assured that nothing can happen to what you have subscribed to. It will only be delayed. It can never be taken away from you. I promise you guys. Thank you, Barrister, this afternoon for joining us from Obudu. We are happy. Extend my greetings to all the members of the family and every other well-wishers and all our ambassadors across the 36th state. My name remains Engineer Ibrahim Moses Egoche, your last man standing, the man with no class, but was picked from somewhere, but is heading somewhere by the grace of God. Thank you very much for joining this program. We have come to the end of this broadcast this afternoon. Have a lovely day and a blissful evening.